Hello to all my naturals out there watching. And for those of you who don't know, I am Adrianne of Adrianne's Naturals. And today I will be doing a tutorial on how I achieve the perfect Flexi-rod set. This is a style that I used to do all the time about 3 years ago when I initially cut my hair short. I loved it. It was cute. It was easy. I used to do it once a week. Once a week, that's what I did. I sat under the dryer once a week for an hour and got my little curls popping, baby. So I'm bringing it back. This is the first time that I'm done this style in a long time because I've been so stuck on my flat twist. But I'm ready for something different. So I'm going to do one full section, as I've been doing in the last couple of videos. And then everything else is going to be sped up. Or maybe I'll come back at the end. I don't know. But I have washed my hair, I have conditioned my hair, I have parted it in 4 sections, twisted it up, got it ready to go, and I applied the Adrianne's Naturals Stimulating Scalp Oil to my scalp and to my hair, lock that moisture in. I'm using the purple Flexi rods. I don't want them too small, I want a nice luscious full curl, so I'm using 20 of these. About 5 for each section. I have my spray bottle because this is very crucial to the curls. You need the water, baby. And most important for that added moisture and shine and beauty, Adrianne's Naturals hair butter. This is not the container it comes in. I just put it in a bowl so it can be easier for me to use it. But this is it. Don't that look good? I know. So stay tuned. We're about to get started. All right, I'm back. So I was gonna bring a mirror in here, but I'm gonna attempt to do this in the camera. So we'll see how this goes. So if you see me looking, I'm looking at me. If you don't know where I'm looking, should I say. So I'm gonna start by applying the butter. Actually, I'm not. I'm actually gonna dampen this section. It's pretty dry. Got my spray bottle. Just don't spray myself in the face. Just spray down it. It doesn't have to be soaking, dripping wet like I said, but you do want it to be wet. Because this is actually called a wet set. I know we say Flexi-rod set, whatever, blah, blah. It's a wet set to the hair world, hairstylist world, I guess you can say. And it needs to be wet because you're using the water to temporarily break the bonds or break and reconstruct the bonds of the hair. That's how you achieve that new curl pattern temporarily. That's what happens when you do like a perm on your hair, when your hair is straight and then you want curly hair. You break those bonds, you reconstruct them, except for that's a permanent method, chemical permanent. This one, we don't need chemicals. We just need some water. That's it. And we make it happen with this water. That's why it's so important to make sure that it is completely dry before you take those Flexi rods out, or rollers, or whatever it is that you choose to use. You can actually use perm rods. You can use the Flexi rod. You can, there's no rules to this. You can use straws. The world is yours. So I have my little square parted out, my first square. I should have brought my clips, but it's okay. We gonna make it happen. It's my first little section. Comb the hair out to the ends. The way I curl mine is, or roll mine should I say, I start at the ends and I overlap it a little bit so that those ends stay in place, because I don't have any end paper, don't intend on using any. End paper does work great to hold those ends in place when you're curling your hair, when you're using perm rods. It also holds more moisture, so it's going to take longer for the hair to completely dry, especially on the ends. So you might have this part dry, nice, luscious, ready to go. When you get to the tips, you notice that it's still a little damp, wet, and you have this little soggy curl that's not ready to be taken down. You have to sit in the dryer longer because it's not ready. It's not time. So this way I just feel like it dries faster and you still get a nice curl all the way from roots to ends, because the ends are wrapped around and then you're securing them by wrapping more hair around it. Another thing that you want to watch out for when you're doing your sets is, I'm using my hair butter. I do have a dryer that I'm going to sit under. I'm estimating about an hour at least. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Some of the factors that can play into that is if you're doing like me and you're using a hair butter or a conditioner for the moisture, that's heavy. That holds a lot of weight and it holds a lot of water on your hair. So your hair takes longer to dry when you do it that way. So if you do intend to use the hair butter or some kind of leave-in cream conditioner, something creamy, you want to make sure that you don't overdo it. Don't oversaturate your hair with those creams and conditioners and things like that, because you're going to be sitting under the dryer for a long time. So keep that in mind. Don't just, don't just scoop it up. Keep on rolling. Oops, I got caught on one of the other ones. Keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. Once you get down to the base and it's down flat, you see how the hair, hope you guys can see, is pulling this way because it's wrapping around. That's the side that I folded on to keep it in place versus folding it the other way, because it's not going to be tight on the scalp. When you fold it that way, it keeps the base pretty tight, so you don't have this little floppy base, we don't want that. We want it as tight as possible, especially when you're using bigger parts. And when you have smaller parts, it's easier to get it close to the base. When you're doing big parts like me and you're just all over the place, you have to, you gotta know some little tricks. That's one of them. And it'll keep it close. You'll feel the tightness. You'll know the difference. You'll know when you did it the wrong way, because you won't feel you'll feel that it's tight. Not like unbearable or painfully tight, but you'll feel the difference. You'll know, because you'll feel like it's falling out if you fold it the wrong way. And here we go. All the way up. So when I roll it up, notice how I'm rolling it, but it's rolling up the roller. Rolling it this way also aids in the drying process. So the less hair that's overlapping on the roller, the faster it's going to dry. But that's it. My little cape coming off. So this is it. And I'll take a few pictures to post. All right, now it's time to take these bad boys out. It's actually the next morning because I sat under that dryer for an hour. I was tired, man. It was kind of late. So I ended up sleeping with these things in my head. It was so uncomfortable. I kept waking up trying to adjust them, move them so I can get comfortable. I could feel it pulling, poking, everything. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm gonna tell you that now. So I'm gonna take these bad boys out and then show you how I separate them. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys how I take it out. One normal one. I should have did the first one, but I thought about it when I was almost done. So you open it up and you want to roll it out while still keeping the curl intact. Don't just yank it out. Don't just, pull it out, whatever the case may be. Take your time, twist it with the curl so that you can make sure the curl is still intact. Beautiful, nice little bounce. Look at that. So that's how I did all of them. Just follow it down. And if you do it the wrong way, all you have to do is take it, put your finger in it, and twist down it so that the curls are falling in the right direction. And this is how it looks when you first take the rods out. And now the fun part, separate like your life depends on it. So next morning, I slept on them. I covered my head with this bonnet while I was sleeping, and that's pretty much it. Yesterday I had the top in a little ponytail, that's why it looks a little funky. But, like I was saying before, they're gonna be nice soft curls when you use the conditioner as opposed to like mousse or gel or something like that. So that's why they're able to move around. They're very fluffy, as you can see. But just to show you guys how to separate them, because when you sleep on them with a bonnet and they're like this, sometimes they start to fuse back together. So I kind of just stretch it, slice it with my finger, and if you feel like the curl is messed up, you just wind down it like this, and that reforms the curl. Oops, I went the wrong way on that one. You can tell when you went the wrong way because it kind of buckles. So just go the other way and it'll bounce back just like that. Okay, so this is it. I just did kind of like a little side part, little look. But this is it for the day. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out there. Show y'all the back. But yeah, that's it. Just the only thing is when you go to sleep, sometimes those curls, they clump back together. Just separate them, because I don't fluff the roots or anything like that. I just let it do what it do, fluff it out, and have my curl. I still have my length and my cute little short little do. Definitely let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Comment, like. I need more of y'all to subscribe to me, man. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and feel free to share my videos so that all your friends and all your followers can see it as well. Thank you.